Right, I'm going to get straight into this video because I don't want to waste your time. We need to learn to enjoy smaller moments more. We spend so much time planning ahead or looking forward as a means of getting closer to joy and happiness. And as a result of doing this, we so reliably squander serenity and joy and peace that stands right in front of us every day in the form of the smallest moments. Now, I'm going to ask a question and we're going to sort of build from there when it comes to today's video and how to really move forward here. How often do you take a moment or pause or pay some thought towards the very thing that you are doing? Think about it. Think about how often you will have a cup of coffee and before doing that, have that brief moment of pause just before you take that sip to think, I've got today off today, or this coffee's going to be great, or I'm seeing a friend today, or anything. Just paying a moment's worth of grounding and presence is something we so rarely do. And as a result of doing this, we squander happiness. And ultimately, a point I shall continue to shout from the rooftops, we do everything for the sake of happiness, and we presume within this that happiness needs to be something that is convoluted and hard to get, and it really isn't. Because ultimately, life is just a string of events. It is this happening, the next thing and the next thing. And within this turn of events are small moments. Life is just made up of small moments stringing along in one cohesive form. And as a result of knowing this, we can tap into the reservoir of joy that can come from this. Because ultimately, really small, seemingly insignificant things can become fertile ground for a state of peace and serenity so long as we provide ourselves with the opportunity and the time to just enjoy what we have. Now, it's not a revolutionary idea to speak about being present and being mindful. This is not what today's video is about. What I want to illuminate today, more than anything, is the fact that we can so reliably presume that you need to put in thousands of hours of meditation or go and retreat into the Himalayas with the Shaolin monks in order to acquire happiness and peace and serenity. And you do not need to do that, because we have these moments of joy at our fingertips at all times. You have one of these moments of joy right in front of you right now. You have the time and the freedom and the internet connection to watch this video. And that's a fantastic thing. And what I really want to sort of drive home in today's video as to hopefully help you become happier, because that's fucking amazing. Why do we want anything but everyone else to be happy too? What I really want to make obvious is if we set the bar for happiness lower, just bring that expectation down a bit. It's not being docile or being, missing the mark when it comes to rates of success and things like that. We're here to be happy. And we can find joy in very simple things, so long as we just lower that bar slightly and appreciate things more. And I think ultimately the most important thing to do here is to just become slightly more analytical of the things we're doing. When you have a coffee and you're standing in the queue, just think for a brief moment what you're doing. Pay a bit more attention to the thing that is happening in front of you, and I can assure you that when you base this around a rate of optimism and you try and look towards this with a good mind, which is just practice, when we make ourselves more aware of the fact that life is just small moments stacking up on top of each other, and that within these periods of time we have real opportunities each time to just enjoy things, we bring ourselves far closer to enjoying life at large. And who doesn't want to do that, you know? I think for me, I've always tried to set that bar really high for once I do this, then I can allow myself to be happy. And that road that you keep kicking these cans down doesn't lead anywhere. You have to remind yourself that we're not living in the future. The future does not exist yet. The only thing that is empirical and is here is now. And as a result of that, You need to learn to just enjoy the things that are in front of you. And I'm an avid believer that in being more appreciative and being aware of the fact that what you have in front of you is a marvel and a fortune, almost always. When we do that, I think we provide ourselves with even more fuel to enjoy other things too. And I think this sort of pays itself forth of energy breeds energy, and as a result of being thankful for the coffee or the walk or the conversation that you're having, you have more fun and you enjoy life more, which brings you more energy and more optimism and more desire to carry on doing that. And as a result, that just expands out, and it becomes far more likely that you will just enjoy the world. So ultimately, that is today's point of, like, that's what today's video is about. Using small moments each day as a means of being more joyous. I think life will so reliably throw shit in our direction, and we can't hide from that. It's very likely that we're going to experience some hard things. So it makes sense in the meantime to stack up some good things, to put against that, to rival this, and really even the playing field out here. I should say as well, it's important to remember just to be patient with yourself. Don't worry too much about whether you're squandering these moments, or you look back and think, God, I didn't pay enough attention here. It's going to take time, and that's all right. Just give yourself that kindness to be okay with the fact that you're learning about this. And even that in itself, you can look at as a reference point of this, of if you notice that sense of annoyance coming up, to just stop and be patient, and then be present, be aware of the fact you've been patient with yourself, and you will find some serious joy in that, because it's real growth when you take care of yourself like that. So that's today's video. I really hope this helps. I honestly do. And if this has made sense or you enjoyed this, please subscribe, because I'd really appreciate that. So with that being said, see you in a bit.